So today, let's talk about a really powerful statistical tool that's completely changing how we understand medical evidence. It's called network meta-analysis, and believe me, it's helping us answer one of the biggest questions in all of medicine. I mean, just think about it for a second. For pretty much any condition you can name, there isn't just one option, right? There can be a dozen, maybe more. So for doctors, for policymakers, and most importantly for patients, this question is everything. How in the world do you choose the best treatment when all the evidence is scattered across hundreds, maybe thousands, of different studies? To really get a feel for this challenge, let's try to put ourselves right in the shoes of a doctor, someone on the front lines dealing with this every single day. And this quote, wow, it just hits the nail on the head. It perfectly captures that huge gap between how we test medicine and how we practice it. You see, most clinical trials are pretty simple. They test drug A against drug B. But in the real world, a doctor might be choosing between drugs A, C, D, and even F. And here's the kicker. There might not be a single study that has ever directly compared the two options they're most interested in. You're left with this patchwork quilt of evidence. And that's a massive frustration. So if all our evidence is just a bunch of separate patches, how do you stitch it all together to see the whole picture? Well, this is where a really brilliant solution comes into play. Okay, so on the one hand, you've got the old school method. It's great if you want to combine all the studies that directly compared treatment A to treatment B, but that's where it stops. On the other hand, we've got network meta-analysis, or NMA, and this is a total game changer. It can take all the available evidence and build this huge network, letting us compare every treatment to every other treatment. Yeah, even if they've never gone head-to-head in a single trial. So, how is that even possible? I know, it sounds a little like statistical magic, but the secret is actually a very simple but incredibly powerful idea, making an indirect comparison. And check this out. This slide explains the logic perfectly. Let's just walk through it. Okay, so let's say one study tells us Tom is taller than George. Got it. And a totally separate study tells us George is taller than Bill. Well, even if Tom and Bill have never once stood back to back, we can logically figure out that Tom has to be taller than Bill. That's it. That is the simple, powerful idea behind all of this. All right, so now take that Tom, George, and Bill logic and just blow it up. Instead of 3 people, imagine this whole web of treatments. Each of these circles is a different treatment. And each line connecting them? That's a direct trial, just like our Tom versus George comparison. NMR uses that same simple logic to connect all the dots, letting us figure out how any one treatment in this entire web stacks up against any other one. But look, with a tool this powerful, you can't just go wild with it. For the results to actually mean something, to be trustworthy, there are 2 crucial rules, or assumptions, that you absolutely have to follow. The first big rule is called transitivity. You can just think of it as the apples to apples rule. It makes sense, right? If that Tom versus George study was done on professional basketball players and the George versus Bill study was done on, say, horse racing jockeys, our indirect comparison of Tom and Bill would be pretty useless. So transitivity just means we have to be sure that the patients, the study methods, and the outcomes are similar enough across the whole network for the comparisons to be valid. And this isn't just a math check. It takes real clinical judgment. And the second big rule, that's consistency. This one is a super important statistical check. Imagine our indirect logic suggests that Tom is taller than Bill, but then we find a different study that actually did compare them directly, and it found Bill was taller. Uh-oh, that's a huge red flag. That's what we call inconsistency. For the whole network to be reliable, the direct evidence and the indirect evidence have to be telling the same story. Okay, so we've got this awesome tool. We've got the rules to make sure it's reliable, but is anyone actually using it? I mean, has it made a real difference out there? Let's take a look. Well, the numbers really speak for themselves. We're now talking about way more than 1,000 published NMA studies. So this isn't some obscure little method anymore. It's become a go-to tool for researchers who are trying to make sense of all this complicated evidence. And wow, just look at this graph. It tells the whole story, doesn't it? Starting from basically 0 back in the early 2000s, the number of these NMA publications has just exploded. That's a massive, super fast adoption by researchers who can clearly see how valuable this is. So what does all this growth actually mean in the real world? Well, first, it's changing policy. Big health organizations like the UK's NICE are now using NMA in almost a quarter of their official guidelines. Second, it lets us actually rank treatments, giving doctors a clear idea of which options are most effective. And finally, by combining all the evidence, it borrows strength from the entire network, making our conclusions a whole lot more precise. It's like all the studies are helping each other out. And the really cool thing is, this field isn't just sitting still. The whole methodology is constantly evolving, always pushing the limits of what we can do in medical research. And this is where it gets really, really exciting. I mean, the next frontier is using individual patient data to get more personalized answers. Not just which treatment is best, but which is best for someone like you. Researchers are also creating living analyses that literally update themselves as new studies come out, a method that was absolutely essential during the COVID-19 pandemic. And they're even building models that can look at multiple things at once, like how effective a drug is and what its side effects are, all in one go. Which brings us to this final, really powerful idea. NMA isn't just some clever math trick. It's a fundamental shift in how we look at evidence. It's about seeing the whole landscape, not just little isolated pieces. It's about connecting every single dot to reveal the clearest picture possible. And with a tool this powerful, the potential to solve some of medicine's biggest, most stubborn puzzles, well, it's greater than it has ever been.